All right, this is criminal summoning. This is light activity. Anthesis, you need to pay attention to that. They go inside of the library gang stalk with the Ontario Police Department as well, okay? Anthesis is monitoring with the people of the state. This is Sarah's Regis Group. This is the prosecution of Sarah's Regis Group, just like I showed you the airport flying over the building under the fake sun. The same fake sun is here after 4 p.m. That's what I captured on video yesterday. Impossible light activity, you are stalking with the police. And this is prison. This old biddy right here, license 7RZK211, and this is the psychopathic pacing. Okay, that's the P.O.C. This is convergent. This is Myers and Sons highway safety. This is the light activity. Anthesis are a bunch of demons that bring around the developmentally challenged to gang stalk with the Ontario Police inside of this venue where the fake sun is, I captured on video, after 4:50 p.m. That's the P.O.C. 714-53 Robert 1. I'm going to prosecute Anthesis. They're engaging in state surveillance. And they're unfit to be in the medical field to maintain clients that they are engaging in abusing the Welfare and Institutions Code, and they're doing it with the gang stalkers themselves, the Ontario Police Department. 8XME832. This is P.O.C. This is the psychopathic pacing, and they're doing so with the Ontario Ovid Family Community Library, okay? This is the entity that calls itself, they've already been prosecuted. I'm prosecuting for the entity that's engaging in ongoing acts of obstruction of justice. These are murderers and kidnappers that have been proven to be engaging in what I alleged at the beginning, failing and defaming, failing and proving that I'm dead somewhere while you were kidnapping me with San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, and you were doing this the whole time. Gang stalking, okay? This is criminal summoning. That third party is stalking, and so are this white male. This is the agency. Mike LORENZ is going to prison. This is the fake sun. It's 9:59 a.m. I'm remaining inside of the parking lot of the Stater Brothers. This is the entity that's engaged in what is an unlawful threat while they're engaged in the same psychopathic pacing out of this parking garage. VCXSE21, and they're stalking together. This is the entity that's engaging in that. You have Gerber that's under this fake sun. Gerber's going to prison, and so is this demon right here. License 1614297, vehicle 1042. Gerber's at the Ontario Town Square after 6 p.m. His partner is gang stalking me on this street, Lemon Avenue, after 4 p.m. crossing path, gang stalking just like this. Turning on their traffic lights and pulling out a citation where they're engaging in the same elements of monitoring in the supernatural environment is showing you how they are outside of any due process rights, not engaging in the execution of the duties of officers, where they are maliciously engaging in what is a means of facilitating violence, criminal activity, and they're also doing so while the entity is demon possessed. So I want to be clear. The entity is engaged in this pattern of conduct. Don't forget A. Casada under the 12:14 p.m. fake sun monitoring my vagina at Ovid. Don't forget about the demons gang stalking at 1:07 p.m. June of 2025 daylight savings time, gang stalking me while the entity is keeping the fake sun over me. And this is Edwards that knows he's going to prison. He committed kidnapping on this same street at 7:15 in the morning at the Starbucks at 534 North Euclid Avenue. He is going to prison, and this is the entity that is a liability. Okay, they engage in criminal activity on their own, and they engage in more of it while they already know that they're caught. This is the pattern of conduct. I want to be clear. 9PKZ408, 9NYK259, 9SIJ672. This is a third party she's monitoring. This is a federal case against the people of the state. The citation is literally used to prosecute. All right, license 9LQH207. They're still stalking with impossible light. They're doing so while the entity, look at the fake sun moving around. It's not over the Ovid Family Community Library, where Starla is over. Starla's going to prison. She's also gang stalking me in the parking lot of the Ovid, where the entity is using helicopter activity, gang stalking me, and she's committing sexual assault and battery. Like she is right now, because that's not the sun, it's not engineer, it's engineer light. 8MED131, criminal summoning and furtherance of murder and kidnapping. This is L. Edwards that's engaging what is kidnapping from the Starbucks. They're all engaging in surveillance with the Ontario Police Department. Okay, that's the P.O.C. All right, it is currently, by the way, 10:03 a.m. You can talk to him about all he wants because I'll prosecute you. You don't have any authority while you're pointing at me and monitoring my vagina. You and L. Edwards, that's P.O.C. This is L. Edwards. He know he's going to prison, and he is. So is Alex Escobar. Operation device, impossible light. This is a demon. And 9SIJ672. They're going to prison. You see, he's calling me by name. He's here gang stalking me under the fake sun. Yes? You want me to do that because why?
Because you're blocking traffic. Cars keep stopping.
Because
you're in the street.
You're in the street.
Yeah, I have my lights on.
And what does that mean?
Look, cars coming. You're in the street.
You're not engaging in what is the duties of an officer though? While you're here threatening my safety and you're engaging what is telling me to move out of the street. That's audible activity. While you're monitoring the impossible light activity, you see her operating her device, she's here stalking. This is a vagina monitor. She's pregnant, but she's a closeted homosexual monitoring and stalking another woman. Doing so while she's doing so with the Ontario Police Department prison. She's going to federal prison where she could be around the rest of them and be violated around women that she likes to violate others. She's a gang stalker, okay? With fake Prada on her phone, gang stalking, that's the brokest thing you can do. She's pathetic. This is the entity gang stalking with the Ontario Police. These are ghettos. These are brokies. These are little thugs, wannabes, demons. This is the Nephilim. This is P.O.C. They were engaging in surveillance the whole time, obsessed with me, obsessed with my every movement, obsessed with my vagina, stalking me in bathrooms, pulling out her phone because this is an opportunity to be around Erica Spencer, the one that she's obsessed with. Gang stalking as a whole department. That's what L. Edwards is engaging. That's why they use their planes and their helicopters. That's the pattern of conduct. Let's document this because this homosexual predator right here, who is with child, is gang stalking with the whole government. This is P.O.C. It's pathetic. Okay, that's the pattern of L. Edwards and that department is engaging in together. They're all sitting here monitoring as I walk inside of the Ovid Family Community Library, and they do this while they are sore about all the evidence, the damning evidence, where this entity knows that they're going to prison. Ontario Police, Mike LORENZ, they know that they're going to federal prison. The people of the state know they're going to prison. The entities engaged in this pattern of conduct while they are a bunch of terrorists that have already been prosecuted through my case that's on the internet. That's what's so pathetic about this demon-possessed gang stalker. I want to be clear, this is a demon-possessed person that's pregnant, and that's very creepy. And she's over here stalking, engaging in surveillance, not tending to her prenatal responsibility. She's over here stalking another woman. That's a closeted homosexual. That's the P.O.C. Put that on the internet. That's your gang stalking. No, thank you. I know that's what you want. No, thank you. I'm not interested. That's exactly why I'm prosecuting you. That's exactly why. That's the pattern of conduct. That's L. Edwards. He's going to prison. He's under the fake sun at the bus stop. He's under the fake sun at Starbucks. Gang stalking with the whole population that's overly concerned about me. You can smile all you want, but everybody knows why you're here, what you're doing, and you're the one that's humiliated. You're the one that's humiliated. You're pathetic. P.O.C. L. Edwards, you know you're going to prison. This is gang violence. This is gang violence. This is the P.O.C. And there is no iteration of stalking that will ever make you look like less of a demon. Less of a demon. That's the pattern of conduct. A whole bunch of gang violence. Say it louder, Staten. Say it louder. Because she's the one that's cussing over here. What are you mad about? While you're stalking, you're mad because you're caught stalking? You already know who I am coming out with your phone out? Because you're a stalker. You're a vagina monitor. And so is L. Edwards. These are the extent to which they go when they're engaging in what is stalking somebody that prosecuted them. If they're not natural born citizens, deport them. If they're in custody of minor children, you're taking custody of them. These are murderers and kidnappers, stalkers. She's not even a heterosexual woman, she's a lesbian. And she's an angry, hostile one while she's being outed for gang stalking another woman that's not interested in you. I don't want you. That's a demon. The demon, that's a possible light. And that's gang violence that they're facilitating. Mike LORENZ is being federally prosecuted. That's P.O.C. That's pattern of conduct. Demons. Okay, that's the P.O.C. There is no iteration of what is gang stalking, harassment, using the duties of an officer, which L. Edwards is not. That's the reason why gang members are being disbanded. They engaged in kidnapping, and they did so pursuant to stalking at Starbucks as well, while they're pacing all around. The fake son that's still here after 4 p.m., pacing all around, monitoring me. And an impregnated homosexual predator is hostile because I'm documenting the fact that she's obsessed with me and stalking me. Yes, demons are going to be very hostile while I embarrass them and tell the truth about them. Satan is engaging in that pattern of conduct as a whole city of demons. That's the P.O.C. And this city of demons that are engaging in this P.O.C., there is no means whereby they can ever defame you. You're hostile because I call you out for what you are, and I'm going to continue to do that. And this is the basis whereby you are going to prison. And while you're in custody of children, you're going to be removed from the access to those children in the same way that anthesis is a threat to the developmentally challenged, their own clients that they're bringing to share in criminal conduct. Just like you see out here, that's what they're doing inside. In engineered light, stalking. Holding up your middle finger because I'm documenting you monitoring my vagina does not change the fact that you're monitoring my vagina and you're going to prison behind it. Your obsession with my genitalia. Nobody cares about how humiliated you are. You're the one that thought that you were humiliating me. No, you're the stalker. You are the stalker. That's L. Edwards of the Ontario Police. That's the people that say all of them sharing in surveillance. That's how important I am. Holding up your middle finger because you're hostile, because it doesn't matter how many demons there are. You lose, Satan. You lose. P.O.C. This is anthesis engaging, Ovid Family Community Library, the people of the state, engaging with that department. 9 UFH 343. C. Gerber is gang stalking in the same parking lot after 6 p.m. All right, the department is gang stalking me when I'm coming from Ontario Airport in where the entity keeps that fake sun, and I walk to this venue, and the entity has the fake sun while that department is gang stalking right here on Lemon Avenue. The entity is gang stalking me from sunrise until sunset right here at this venue. Ovid Family Community Library, 280 North Lemon Apartments, Ontario Town Square. L. Edwards is doing so, and these are demons that have nothing to lose. That's even an unlawful threat. Because they've lost, and so while they're engaging in terrorism, they're waiting until the moment that they're raided because they know that they're going to prison for sex trafficking, for conspiring murder, for engaging in domestic terrorism, for stalking with the community. Mike, you have Paul Leon that's being removed from office because this is what a community is doing, and they're doing it with the so-called police department. There is no immunity here. Those demons are being removed from law enforcement, and they're going to prison, every single last one, including L. Edwards, that's committing kidnapping while engaging in this very P.O.C. This is the pattern of conduct. It's 10:09 a.m. This is the entity that's gang stalking as an airport, not flying over the apartment building, flying over here, maintaining presence south over my person, while they are indeed stalking. Okay, there are no airport takeoffs over here that are going to occur under any circumstances. That's letting you know that a homosexual, this is what they do all the time. Homosexual women are getting pregnant all the time. They're demons. They give birth to demon-possessed children. They're hostile while I call them out as stalkers, and those who are obsessed with my vagina in actuality while they live a fake life, getting impregnated by demons themselves. That's what's driving that white Mercedes that she can't afford to pay. She's over here gang stalking me, and you're not getting any energy from that. You're going to prison behind it, in fact. That was harassment by all those license plates that I documented. Criminal surveillance and furtherance of murder. P.O.C. Amazon Prime gang stalking. Ontario Police Department gang stalking. The entity is engaging in that with regard to the pattern of conduct that the City of Ontario is sharing it. It's 10:10 a.m. While the entity is keeping the fake sun over me at Safeco Auto LLC. 10:17 a.m. Those gang members are going to federal prison. And this is how all of my evidence is serving to remove every single last one of those gang members sharing in the criminal conduct that L. Edwards is doing with the people of the state. Okay, gang members have no business in law enforcement, and they're not engaged in law enforcement. This is showing the terrorism that they are engaging in, and it's stalking me. They're all obsessed with stalking me, and that's because they're demons. That's the root of their obsession, and that's the point, the teachable moment behind everything that I've shown within the P.O.C. All right, that's the pattern of conduct. This is what the conduct of the demon-possessed that are exposed for what it is that they thought that they were doing, that they were so elite. There's nothing elite about monitoring vagina. That makes you sex offenders. This is P.O.C.